What's going on? Good morning. I just watched the sun rise like an hour ago or so. And I'm just like on my walk right here. Got inspired to shoot another video. It's funny that like 2 years ago I was watching the sunrise for the wrong reasons. I was like out all night, coming back, the sun would be rising, and this is the time that I'd be going to sleep. That's like 2 years ago. But now I'm well rested on a Saturday morning. And recently I've been creating this discipline of waking up every single day at 5 a.m. And from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., there is this profound peace that I've started to feel. And it's really not just changed my morning routine, but also the rest of my day. There is a saying, conquer the morning, conquer your day. And there's another saying that says, conquer the day, conquer your life. Because truly, this life only comes one day at a time. And so today I wanted to speak a little bit about, how to go about your morning and how to instill at least this one thing in your morning that will set you up for a more peaceful day, grounded in your own being, rather than just being pulled by thoughts and attachments and desires all over the place. So living a more intentional life rather than just being pulled in all directions, living unconsciously. And that message that I want to give to you today is every single day, right? It could be in the morning, right? That's when it's preferred. But really, at least one segment of your day, give yourself some space. Even if it's for 20 minutes, give yourself the space to just drop all your goals, drop all your attachments, drop all your worries, and then recognizing what remains once you let go of all that projection, that mental projection. One of the teachers that I follow said that only then, when you drop everything, even if it's just for a few moments, only then do you actually get to know who you truly are. Otherwise, you can never know who you are. If you never take the time to pause and just drop everything, you can never know who you are. You can only think who you are. And that thought of who you are is ultimately distorted. It's a distorted perception of who you are. When you begin to drop everything and you start to let go of everything, even for a few moments, then you begin to recognize what remains when you let go of your goals, when you let go of the person that you're thinking about, when you let go of, the thing that you're trying to avoid, the thing you are worried about. When all those things that occupy your mind on a daily basis and keep you running, keep you chasing, when you drop those things, then who are you? Those are the things that make your person who he or she is. So when you let go of all that stuff, what remains? That is the real you. Other than that, all day, all the stuff that you're projecting and just carrying with you, this creates a new sense of you, because your consciousness, you, begin to identify with all the stuff, forgetting who you truly are. See, that's what this space does. That's what the space of even 20 minutes of just letting go of everything does for you. It allows you to become completely naked, completely empty. And when you let go of everything, that is when you realize who you are. You can never let go of yourself. The only thing that remains when you let go of everything is you. And that's what you start to recognize when you start to practice this. Until then, you're just a bunch of thoughts running around, But when you start to recognize that when you let go of everything, that peace that remains, that the emptiness, the presence that is unaffected by all this stuff, that remains regardless of if this stuff remains or not, that is the real you. When you begin to realize that more and more and more, now you can go about your day and you can live your day with a sense of peace, with a sense of knowing that you are okay regardless of if the goal that you're chasing happens, or if you do lose something, or you are in some sort of danger. You're still always okay, because at the end of the day, nothing can really take your right away to be you. No situation, no person, losing, nothing can take your right away to be you. That's something that you always have. So recently my mornings from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. this is what my morning consists of, just letting go of everything. Because recently I've seen a rise in my daily activities. I've been doing a lot more. I've been feeling inspired to create a lot more. And, I've got a lot going on with my coaching program and just the increased flow of clients recently. So I'm noticing an increased activity throughout the day. And this is the time where I allocate to just being completely free of everything, including a sense of me. Again, if you don't allow yourself the space, then your consciousness will always identify with something in your experience. It will always attach to some object in your experience, and then that will become your reality. That will become your sense of you. But when you give yourself the space to just be free, be empty of all the stuff, even for 20 minutes a day, then you start to gain clarity. So that when you do go about your day and you are within all that activity, you can still remain peaceful. You can still remain coming from this space where none of that stuff is affecting you. And that allows you to be authentic. That allows you to be who you truly are. And that allows this infinite intelligence to constantly flow through you and manifest itself through you in your greatest expression. If you're always just a bundle of thoughts, you're blocking this flow. If you're always just a bundle of thoughts and you never give this, you're always just thinking of who you are and you're identifying with all these different things, these objects of your experience, then your entire day is always just distorted. It's a distorted version of who you truly are. And that's what creates obstacles. That's what creates unhappiness. That's what creates frustration. That's what creates a sense of, why is life not the way that I really want it to be? Because you're not giving yourself space to be who you truly are, to experience who you truly are, and therefore allowing your natural expression to shine forth. So even if just for a couple of days, a couple of moments a day, give yourself the space. It's not about becoming completely silent and forcing your mind to just become fully silent. It's about becoming silent and noticing what remains, recognizing the fact that the sense of I still remains, even when the mind is nowhere to be found. Because otherwise your sense of I is just joined with the mind. It thinks it is the mind. And that's why your negative thoughts really traumatize you, or pull you in different directions, and you begin to believe in their reality, that the reality that they're imposing on you, which are just ultimately false assumptions. But when you recognize what remains in that silence, when you recognize that when you give away everything, the sense of I, the sense of me still remains in my existence, then you gain power over your thoughts. Then you gain the true freedom to choose your experience. And you gain that peace through which you can live your entire rest of your day, even if it's so full of activity, because you realize that that presence is always there, even in the silent times and even in the most turbulent of times. And it's unaffected, always. So even within all that activity, sometimes you're just like, oh, and you go back to that silence, You can activate it more and more and more. But you'll only gain that stamina if you begin to give yourself the space to intentionally do it every single day and allocate some time to it every single day. That's true personal mastery. And over time, this develops. If you think you are your thoughts, you will always create unhappiness and friction. If you recognize yourself, your I, to be separate from thoughts, then you will gain power over it. So practice this. Your mind's not going to like it. Get through that phase. Allow yourself some time to get through that phase. But do it wholeheartedly. Do it intentionally. Do it wanting to know yourself, separate from your thoughts about who you think you are. Have a great day. Peace.